What's going on, everybody? Aaron P., congratulations, you are first.
Polyphenol.
Let's see.
Let's begin our weekly tech show the way we often, nay, always do, with some Elon news. Now, we recently discussed the fact that Don Lemon, the fired CNN host, had found himself fired yet again, sort of. This time during the production of the very first episode of his brand new show, a show developed specifically for the X platform. And the reason for this firing? Well, according to Don, that first episode of his brand new show was to feature an interview with Elon Musk, and that interview had not gone well. Elon had been asked some questions that he didn't like, and that was that.
It's a very...
I love how this fucking dumbass, who's like, oh, I'm pro free speech, hires a guy to do an interview in a news show, then fires him because he didn't like the questions he was asked. Like, what a soft bitch.
Very hard interview to watch because he seems extremely uncomfortable the entire time.
And us by extension. It is. Not fun.
When it gets to the tail end of it, where Don Lemon just straight up asks him, you seem upset. Are you upset?
It's a train wreck. So yeah, we got a little taste of the interview last week, and the footage certainly did depict what appeared to be a grumpy adult baby reacting very poorly to being asked some very basic questions. But since then, the full interview has been posted to X and also
to this.
Okay, Dodo, I shall do that for you.
A different world is not only possible, a different world is arriving today. That's right. The Green New Deal for public housing would immediately replenish the multi-billion-dollar backlog for public housing repairs. It would repeal the Fair Cloth Amendment. It would invest up to $234 billion over 10 years to preserve, upgrade, and expand our public housing stock. It would bring public housing down to zero carbon emissions while creating 280,000
That's impossible.
jobs in America.
Yeah.
Representative,
do you find berserk memes funny, or do you just like to enjoy the media for what it is? I think they are quite corny, but this one was interesting.
Griffith says he doesn't remember the eclipse because he was drunk. Now chooses to live as a gay man. He quotes,
"As those closest to me know, in my life, I have had both relationships with women and men."
That one's kind of amusing. I don't really look at Berserk memes all that much. So, but that one was kind of amusing. Thanks for the donation, Nightwing fan. Religion faggots, $20. Wow, vegan Israelis should protest this. Breaking news. A massive sacrificial altar is being built in Jerusalem to sacrifice red heifers to usher in the third temple of Solomon. The sacrifice will take place between March and April. It is rumored that the Al-Aqsa Mosque has to be destroyed to build this temple. Many Christians fear this is similar to the prophecy of the end days in the Bible. I've been reporting on this. Yeah, I heard about this stupid shit. This brings context to that weird thing that they did in South Park where they dropped a cow onto some building.
Nearly 2,000 years when the ancient Romans destroyed the last temple in the city. To rebuild it, these believers point to the Bible's book of Numbers. It commands the Israelites to sacrifice a red heifer without defect or blemish, and that has never been under a yoke. Only then can the temple rise again.
Fucking retarded. These people are just fucking retarded scumbags. Like, why can't they just leave animals out of their stupid religious bullshit? How about you sacrifice, like, some dumb bitch or something? Thanks for the donation, religion faggots.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Senator Bernie Sanders introduced a Green New Deal for housing today, which, if passed, would make sweeping changes to our public housing system. According to The Guardian, the Green New Deal for public housing aims to decarbonize.
Oh my god, Christianity is so dumb.
Yes, Dodo, it is. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Vegan Cat, thanks for the membership. Appreciate it. Please don't get a copyright strike. I'll try my best.
All of the nation's public housing units and build more of them with an investment of between $162 billion and $243 billion over the next decade. In doing so, it would avert 5.7 million tons of greenhouse gas emissions, the equivalent of removing 1.26 million cars from US roads each year, while creating jobs and public health benefits. The proposal.
What do they mean by decarbonize? Like just get rid of gas heating? Is that what they mean?
Proposal has already received endorsements and public support from groups like the National Low Income Housing Coalition, the Center for Popular Democracy Action, the Alliance for Housing Justice, and many more advocacy groups and unions. In a statement, Senator Sanders said, "In these difficult times, we must move forward boldly to address the systemic and existential crises facing us today, and that includes urgently combating climate change and making sure every American has a safe and decent place to call home. It is unacceptable that on a given night in America, over 650,000 people are homeless. It is unacceptable that in the richest country in the history of the world, people are choosing between paying rent and putting food on the table. It is unacceptable that our nation's public housing is in a state of chronic disrepair and energy inefficiency after generations of government neglect. It is unacceptable that we have not done more to transform our energy."
Last of US3? You should watch this doc sometime 15635. I need to see your reaction to Destiny vs JP, so don't get this stream taken down from copyright or saying you'll kill someone or something. Love you.
First game.
They could rely on this. Making of The Last of Us Part 2. Maybe I'll watch that on my spare time. I don't think I'll watch that on stream. And yeah, I'll try not to get this stream taken down through copyright. Thanks for that donation, Prisma. Can you drop your Discord and chat? No.
Energy systems, our communities, and our infrastructure away from fossils and toward renewable energy. Now, the AOC and Sanders proposal, while it's unlikely to pass, comes at a moment where President Biden is making housing costs part of his re-election platform. He recently called for $10,000 tax credits for first-time homebuyers and other measures with the intent of lowering housing prices and rental costs. But government action on housing is sorely needed. Darna Noor in The Guardian points out, the bill's reintroduction comes at the as.
Well, that sounds all well and good. BMO, get the hell out of there. BMO. BMO. Oh, that cat's annoying.
YouTube and various podcast platforms.
And to be honest, it's not really worth a full
orange. Yes, BMO is somewhat orange.
Watch unless you're a real glutton for cringe and discomfort. It's literally what we thought it would be. It's Don Lemon asking Elon about the kinds of topics that he has been in the news for in recent months. And since these topics have reflected overwhelmingly negatively for Elon, throughout the interview, he increasingly took these questions as personal attacks. And it's honestly kind of incredible, since Don Lemon is absolutely not what anyone would consider a great journalist, but he still has the basic journalistic skills to ask Elon follow-up questions, to clarify statements that he's made, and then challenge him on points where he's unclear or simply wrong.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of the Libs of TikTok lady being interviewed
by Taylor
Lorenz in person, and it's just like, oh my God, just the basic journalistic skill of being like, so here's a thing you just said. Could you elaborate on that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because in a lot of scenarios, these people are made available for minutes. It's just like a junket for film actors. And they just burn through a bunch of questions. And this was fascinating.
Agreed, the YouTube copyright system is retarded.
It is. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Because you got to sit there and have him ask a direct question, get a response, and then say, okay, well, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, it's really
and that's when they start just completely
interesting
unraveling.
that he seems to have been just like blindsided by that. What?
Yeah, it's strange that he walked right into this.
Like, buddy, you are like one of the most controversial people on earth, and you seem to revel in that controversy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is clearly not what Elon thought he was signing up for, and he at one point literally says, quote, "I don't have to answer questions."
Okay.
When Don Lemon brings up the whole great replacement conspiracy theory scandal that led to the most recent mass advertiser exodus. A very newsworthy topic, worthy of discussion. And also a perfect opportunity for Elon to maybe try and demonstrate that he's not some brain-poisoned racist boomer. A real layup opportunity.
This was the point, I believe, where he started breaking down a bit, because he asked, doesn't the buck stop with you?
Yeah.
Because you're the one that claims, like, with the president, the buck stops with him.
Yeah.
A lot of things can go on, but if you're the head of the company...
You can't blame the advertisers for your... Yeah, he didn't like that. But yeah, Elon is, in fact, a brain-poisoned racist boomer, as shown at the various points in the interview where he attacks diversity, equity, inclusion standards at Duke Medical School and the airlines, and claims that the Democrats are letting illegal immigrants flood the country so that they can win elections, none of which is backed up by any evidence.
No. But it is a fascinating interview because it's mostly extremely uncomfortable. And there's not really much to specifically point out if you've already been paying attention to Elon's whole deal lately. He's got a lot of really dumb right-wing opinions that he shares to his timeline constantly, which is funny because before, back when Twitter was biased against conservatives, the guy...
How was the debate you had? How are you feeling? New Frank vids to watch.
Didn't have a debate. I just had a chat with James Aspie. Frank Tufano. Oh god. It looks like there might be a new Frank Tufano vid. What a grass-fed peasant eats for liver detox. He's just gonna talk about how he eats oatmeal again. I guess we could watch that. I am tired as shit right now. I honestly wish I would die so I could sleep forever. That's how fucking tired I am. I actually feel sick to my stomach. I'm so tired, but thanks for the donation, Sam. We'll watch that next. We'll just watch a few more minutes of this. Thanks for the donation again, dude.
In charge of Twitter was not boomer posting multiple times a day. But now that Twitter is fair and balanced, the guy in charge of the company is co-signing right-wing opinions on a daily basis and putting out actual propaganda this week.
Yep.
This week, he tweeted out a video to his 177 million followers with the caption, "This is actually happening." A phrase that will now go down in infamy, much like the "you are absolutely correct," or what was the term?
Oh,
You've spoken the real truth, or the actual truth.
That's it. Yes, you have spoken the actual truth.
And so this one is, "This is actually happening." And it's literally just a slickly edited explainer for the Great Replacement Theory, which hinges on the idea that blue states are using illegal immigration to increase their census populations to get more seats in the House of Representatives. This is just literally untrue. In fact, counting the unauthorized...
I just saw a stat that 70% of US adults are overweight, 42% are obese. How insane is that?
Yes, that is a ton... that is a ton of obesity.
Then maybe you might want to end the stream early.
We'll see. I'll try to go on for as long as I can, but thanks for the donation, Dodo. Yeah, that's a lot of obesity.
Authorized immigrant population actually benefits more red states than blue states, and there's tons of data to back that up. And Don Lemon even brought up various angles on this, and Musk was backed right into a corner.
Yeah, it's an idea that does not stand up to really any scrutiny. Like, if you really start thinking about it, you're like, so wait, Texas could control the whole fucking country if they kept all their immigrants in there. But they know that
in the interview,
that's not really a viable strategy.
Brings up.
Would you like to end the stream early? Have you watched Sv3rige?
I haven't watched Sv3rige yet. I keep forgetting to watch it. I have to watch that. I would kind of like to end the stream early because I'm so fucking tired. Maybe for 300 PayPal buck, I'll do a stream end. But thanks for the donation, Sam. I do really want to watch Sv3rige.
Daniel Larson is one of the most unlikable persons on the internet. He's an autistic narcissist who harms and annoys everyone around him everywhere he goes. He should be institutionalized for life.
His mental health problems seem to go far beyond autism and narcissism. He is, like, genuinely one of the most fucked individuals. It's weird, like, to some extent he's functional. He's not like one of those absolutely, like, crazy fucked people who, like, they just growl and snarl and eat their own shit and they have to, like, literally be in a padded cell for their whole life. But the guy just, I've never seen somebody competent enough to actually make sentences who cannot function, like, at all in society, and just gets thrown out of every care home he's ever been in. It's insane. Thanks for the donation, though, nobody.
This guy is pretty weird. Have you seen this?
Let me see thee then now.
Hey, Goatis! What's up, dude? And all of you Goatis mentally ill.
Oh, Jesus.
Your wish is my command, our lord.
Okay, well, thanks for the big donation, Sam. You're very generous. I'm just going to react to this video and maybe watch a couple more minutes of this, and then I'll end the stream early. Thanks a lot for the big donation, dude. The only path to $20. This sounds like something Goggins would say.
Hey, yo, hey, niggas get shot every day, B. You be aight, nigga. You tough, right?
I'm out, Rico. You understand what I'm saying? Look at me. I've been shot in the head, baby. My body different. I'm breathing different. You understand what I'm saying? The doctor said I wasn't gonna walk the same. You understand what I'm saying? I'm out.
Yo, hey, man, pull your skirt down, B.
Yeah, that would be something Goggins would say. No excuses whatsoever. Oh my god.
Я не уверена, что ты съешь все. Все в нем? Нифига себе.
What a handsome
Большое.
boy.
Неудобно.
Oh my god. Yes, give him an apple. Wow, that's amazing. Oh my god. That's a really pretty deer. There's a lot of wild turkeys around here. Oh my god. Look at him. Oh my god. He's like a big pizza dough. Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh my god. It's like washing a loaf of bread. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's gonna be so clean and smelling so nice. Oh my god. That is so cute. I fucking love groundhogs. Alright, well thanks for that donation, The Only Path. D, donate $2. Don't end it immediately. Watch at least a while. I won't end it immediately, but yeah. Thanks for the donation, D.
After we finish with Frank.
Okay, we'll end the stream after we finish with Frank. Thanks for the donation, Sam. Appreciate it again.
Slave scribers. What's up, dudes? Today I thought we would review a video. I saw a video clip by Vegan Gains. You guys know Vegan Gains, right? He's Sv3rige's nemesis, Goat Boy's enemy. Didn't at one point Vegan Gains and Sv3rige, Goatis, whatever you want to call them, didn't they do a debate versus one another? Isn't Goatis supposed to be Mr. Carnivore? Let's see what Vegan Gains has to say about the allegations and accusations about Goatis.
He gives the child popcorn. He's a worse father than I thought.
Dude, what the fuck? This is coming from the guy who paid a hitman to kill his ex-girlfriend and child with fire. He paid a hitman to throw a Molotov cocktail into his son's bedroom. Like, and then he's like, he gives his kid popcorn. What a terrible father. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's
what
insane.
a fucking whack job.
He gives the child popcorn. He's a worse father than I thought.
So here you have Vegan Gains absolutely roasting Goatis, and Goatis has not responded to.
Ever since I called Sv3rige, Sv3rige out for wearing a wig, he has refused to communicate with me at all. He knows if he debates me, he'd lose a debate on veganism, and I could...
Before you end this stream, please react to this.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that for you. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. If he debates me, he'd lose a debate on veganism, and I can embarrass him by bringing up his wig and the multiple crime... Oh, yeah, and the crimes he's recently committed. He's also afraid of live streaming right now because he knows he's wanted by Interpol. Yeah, Sv3rige is a fucking menace, dude. Just genuinely one of the most sick fuck people ever. Alright, Olivia's giving out free Plan B pills at her concert. Why is that a problem? I can guarantee you she's gonna say something fucking stupid like it kills babies, which it doesn't. She doesn't know how to Plan B works. We can do a quick react to that. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Larson Leaks, donated $2. Daniel Larson is in there? How did he get into an audition?
Thought this would be. You always been mine, but I have to be free. Golden sunsets, reflections on the sea, a reminder of what used to be. Roaring thunder, northern lights, through the night they fly, pounding hard.
To be fair, he's not nearly as bad as I thought he'd be, but still not great. But, you know, for somebody who's not a professional vocalist, he can sing better than me. Thanks for the donation, Larson Leaks.
This. Imagine that, Vegan Gains, Goatis's personal nemesis, is talking about how Goatis hired hitmen to off his ex-girlfriend and his own innocent son, and Goatis doesn't want to respond to these allegations at all. He's just gonna let Vegan Gains get away with this? Hey, Goatis, here's a question. Are those things that he's saying?
Hey bro, how are you? Was wondering how safe finasteride and minoxidil are? Are the percentages of these afflicted with symptoms overblown?
I think minoxidil has a higher likelihood of side effects, but they're pretty rare. Finasteride, it's extremely low likelihood that you'd have any adverse side effects. So, I would say for sure finasteride. As far as I understand, I'm not an expert. You'd want to talk to a dermatologist about this. But as far as I understand, finasteride is extremely safe. Minoxidil.
Rate my cock VG. Rate it with your juicy mandingo butthole. I'm ready when you are. Let's raw dog this time. There's gallons of cum waiting to erupt into that plump Richard anus. Tell Jasmine to leave. Let's ride into the sunset sucking each other off.
Okay, how about after stream? Thanks for the donation, Crusty Penis Scab Eater. So yeah, as far as I understand, finasteride's extremely safe. Minoxidil is also extremely safe, but I think there's a slightly higher risk of side effects, but I'd talk to a dermatologist. Dr. Avi is a dermatologist. He'd know a lot about this, a lot more than me. I'd recommend asking him about that. Thanks for the donation, though, Farce.
About you true? Because if they are, I can see why you wouldn't want to respond. If those things he's saying about you are not true, why don't you go live and address the situation and debunk him and prove that he's a liar? You know, if he's telling a story that's untrue, you should be able to do that. If Vegan Gains ever dared make up a story about me, you better believe I would fire up a live stream and absolutely annihilate his.
Dude, this comment is hilarious. When Vegan Gains is calling you a wacko and coming off as the more level-headed individual, it's time to take a look in the mirror. Fat chance of that ever happening. Mirrors don't exist in nature.
Story. I would destroy it and debunk it and made sure everyone knew he was a liar. So I'm no Vegan Gains fanboy. I'm not here to promote Vegan Gains. I'm not a vegan. So I don't want anyone to misconstrue this as any sort of promotion for the vegan diet or Vegan Gains. I'm simply pointing out that Mr. Carnivore Goatis, Mr. Meat Eater, is going to let Vegan Gains say that he hired a hitman to throw a Molotov cocktail.
How are you doing, BTW, my man? Love the new pad. How are you liking it?
I've been doing pretty good lately. I've just been having really bad exhaustion where I just have to sleep a fuck ton. I think part of it might be due to the medication I'm on, and part of it might be due to depression symptoms. I haven't been particularly depressed lately. I've been feeling pretty good, but the weather's gotten a little colder lately, and it's kind of fucked with my mood a little bit, so that might be the problem, but otherwise doing extremely good. This new place is great, a lot bigger than the old apartment. I got way more extra space. I like the area a bit better, so pretty good overall. Thanks for the donation, Farce. Doc Tordry donated $2. Read caption: liberal white people don't actually give a fuck about people of color. Imagine being this delusional. Liberal white women look at you like pets. Most other white women don't give a shit about you at all. You're burdensome, loud, obnoxious, violent, unintelligent. Who would envy that? Count your blessings that we even tolerate you.
White women are extremely obsessed with black women. And it's kind of weird in a lot of ways. I go to the gym almost every day, and the gym that I go to is predominantly white. And it's just weird, you know. When I finish working out, I go to the shower, I put my clothes on, you know, I do my little fro, I put my little waist beads on, and it was a white woman sitting in the corner, and she was just looking at me, and I could see her out my peripheral vision, and I thought to myself, this lady is obsessed with me. I think that white women are obsessed with the confidence that black women have, because they know that we are considered algae eaters, and they're trying to figure out why they done threw everything but the kitchen sink at the black race in general, especially black women, and we don't crack.
I think these people are both a little delusional. Thanks for the donation, Farce. Or not Farce. Doctadre. Did you give me 2 links? Yeah, you gave me 2. It's actually crazy if you stop and think about it. It's statistically harder than easier to find a woman under 23 in the Western world, with a body count of under 5 men. And the worst part is your average man tolerates this shit as being acceptable for marriage. Absolute cuckoldry. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, well, that's what Twitter's become.
His son's window. You're going to let Vegan Gains tell that story to his audience and get away with it scot-free? Why aren't you responding to him, Goatis? Goatis, why don't you respond to Vegan Gains talking about how you allegedly tried to off your own son and your ex-girlfriend? It seems when your mentally ill simp scribers see this, they might ask the same question. You know, your devoted followers who pay for your Telegram crap, they might ask you why you don't respond to Vegan Gains. What's your answer going to be? Are you just going to delete and ban the comment? Hey, Goatis, why don't you respond to Vegan Gains talking about how you tried to off your own son? Oh, you're just going to ban that person? So a guy who you used to debate with about how veganism is unhealthy, you won't dare respond to him when he mentions how you tried to, you know, off your own son.
Yeah. He knows if he engages, he's just going to, you know, stir more controversy, get more attention on it.
Section. I'm Brett Cooper. So the singer Olivia Rodrigo just started her sophomore concert tour for her latest album.
Took a lot of time to think about it. I think I'm now in favor of your stance of culling predators. As much as I'm not liking the idea, doesn't mean it makes no sense. Great interview with James, by the way.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a weird, it's a weird way of thinking things that a lot of people aren't used to. Like I mentioned before, a lot of people have this idea of, you know, nature being separate from humanity. We need to, like, just leave nature alone and all this. And a lot of people have sympathy for predatory animals because they have no choice, but, you know, the issue is they're still violating other animals' rights. And in a better world, yeah, there wouldn't be carnivorous animals. Thanks for the donation, though, Grey Knight. Larson Leak donated $2.
Okay, we have a serious issue. Whoever keeps ordering pizza deliveries from Domino's needs to stop it!
My God.
Hello everyone, stay tuned for my second video. I'm going to have to announce a serious issue that the court just told me about Andrew. It's not going to be good, but it's...
Glad you're enjoying. Is this dumb?
Let me see.
What I'm about to tell you, you are...
Avoiding the sun is just as dangerous as cigarettes. That is the most insanely stupid, retarded horseshit I've ever fucking seen in my life. Avoiding the sun is not as dangerous as cigarettes. It's what's ideal to prevent skin cancer and early aging. The importance of vitamin D. The sun is not a reliable source of vitamin D. You can literally find studies where white Californian surfers who spend all day in the sun, who are fair-skinned, still have vitamin D deficiency. It's not a reliable source. The only reliable source is supplementation. Deaths from sun exposure explained. I'm sure he's going to... versus lack of sun? Like, you can't die from lack of sun, you fucking idiot. Like, you can die from, like, lack of vitamin D, but you can't die from lack of sun. This is so idiotic. Melanoma, I'm sure he's just... I'll react to that some other time. I'm going to end the stream early, but next stream we'll react to this. This already seems just absolutely fucktarded. Kid Boo, don't need $2, facts or misogynist bullshit.
You shouldn't argue with women because at the end of the day, their perception of the world is based on their feelings. They don't see facts. They see good, bad, fair,
yeah, buddy, look at the amount of men who are Christian, Muslim, Jewish, name any other fucking stupid religion you can think of. Are men thinking logically there when they join these fucking Abrahamic religions?
unfair, what should and what shouldn't be. You tell a woman 2 + 2 is 4 and she don't like you or 4, you just became a bigot, a homophobic, transphobic. You hate your mom. They don't argue to understand. They want you to know how they feel and they want you to validate how they feel. Anytime you listen to a woman talk,
right, so that's how Hitler was thinking. He was a woman, right?
You tell them something, the first thing that come out of their mouth, that's mean, that's rude, that's not fair. Who cares if it's mean, rude, or unfair? It's a fact.
That is just stupid. He's just one of those idiots who accuses women of being emotional when he's emotional as fuck himself.
It's going down again. I'm gonna have to. I haven't had to do this ever in my life, so I want this extremely heard, and I want there to be actual riots at this point. I want the fans to go 100% ballistic because of the situation. I am actually at this point now in danger because of Andrew. I'm starting to.
Yeah, this one's way too long.
This is Daniel Larson attending. You.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that for now. I'm just going to take attendance real quick.
Okay, I'll watch this some other time. This is just too long to get through for right now. Thanks for the donation there, Larson Lake. Bend over, donating tellers. Good evening, VG. Check this out. Let me see. At the recent multi-day event, Aspen Ideas Climate, Loren Sanchez, fiance of Amazon founder, Clamot, fiance of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, and the vice chair of the Billionaires Philanthropic Fund, Bezos Earth Fund announced a $60 million investment to improve the availability and quality of alternative proteins such as plant-based foods. Well, that's good. It would be really nice if he'd let Amazon workers unionize, but I guess that's good. That should be prioritized. Thanks for the donation, Ben. Okay, let's just watch this stupid video, and then Frank, then we'll be done.
Which is called Guts. And if you don't know much about Olivia Rodrigo, she is 21 years old. She is like best new artist, crazy, blew up, mega viral. Every show, she is funding abortions, and she has literally started handing out Plan B pills. So we're going to talk about that today. Before we do, though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel.
Oh, Gaines, why are you ending the stream early?
Because I'm tired as shit, and Sam paid me to end the stream early. That's why. Thanks for the donation, Prismo.
If you've not already, and then ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section episode. All right, so her tour started back in late February, and so did her social justice initiative, which is called Fun for Good. And it's a play on words based on one of her songs. Teen Vogue, of course, wrote about it and was supporting it, saying Olivia Rodrigo announces Fun for Good, raising money for abortion funds on the Guts World Tour. And I'll just let her explain it to us.
Hey guys, it's Olivia. I'm so excited that tonight is the very first show of the Guts World Tour. And before I pop on stage, I wanted to come on here and talk about something that I'm really excited about, which is the Fun for Good, which is an initiative that I'm launching as part of the Guts World Tour.
She seems so excited about it.
And people seeking reproductive health freedom. The fund will directly support community-based nonprofits that champion things like girls' education, support reproductive rights, and prevent gender-based violence. A portion of all of the proceeds from the ticket sales of the Guts World Tour will go to the Fun for Good, which I'm very excited about. And for the North American leg of the Guts World Tour, I'll be partnering to help those impacted by healthcare barriers in getting the reproductive care they deserve. To learn more about reproductive health resources, the National Network of Abortion Funds table at your local Guts World Tour stop. So thank you so much for supporting this cause that I care.
The biggest
Okay, so way abortions are bad. That's all she has
The
to
thing that
say.
stands out to me is that it just seems like she's incredibly bored and like she's reading a script. The comments were just fangirling, trying to get tickets. Olivia, what should I wear? And that really landed it in the media. One article from Rolling Stones wrote that abortion funds applaud Olivia Rodrigo's support. Quote, it takes guts. And the director of the National Network of Abortion Funds, who Olivia is part of, she's 21 years old. And her audience, which we're going to talk about later, is also incredibly
Don't dare to end the stream early or else.
Okay, if you give me $300 more, I won't end the stream. Thanks for the donation, Richard.
young. It is made up of the people who watched her on Disney Channel, who were watching her 2 years ago on the High School Musical TV show. These are teenagers and young adults. Rubs me the wrong way. It's also
Is she
just
gonna
very
make
sites
a
food
point
for
at some point?
with Olivia. And that's basically the gist of it. And this whole thing was dedicated to the U.S. Supreme Court. It was about abortion. Again, that show, Yes, Queen, another play on words, to stand up for abortion in this at a couple of her concert stops. Plan B pills. This is from Pop Ace, and they said, Olivia Rodrigo's Guts World Tour in St. Louis handed out free Plan B pills to fans who wanted them from the Missouri Abortion Fund. And this was not the first tour stop where this happened. And on the package of this Plan B, it says funding abortion, a good idea, right? Another play on words from her music. But no, it is not a good idea. In what world is handing out Plan B to young people at a concert a good idea? Somebody commented under that post and said, oh, that's mother. No, quite literally, she is not a mother. This is the most unmotherly thing I have ever heard of. Somebody else said, what the
What is wrong with Plan B?
OMG, this is such a sweet gesture from Olivia and her side effects to your audience, your very, very young audience. I mean, guys, Olivia Rodrigo's demographic is teenagers and young adults. Like I mentioned before, I'd say, 15 years old up to maybe 25, late 20s. Like that is who is really going to her concerts. Again,
She's worried about side effects from Plan B, but she's not worried about side effects from teen pregnancy.
and parents are bringing their kids to these shows, and she's handing out Plan B. Number one, it is dangerous. This is a drug with serious side effects that for some reason we have decided
It's not. And again, pregnancy isn't dangerous for a teenager?
to just ignore or take lightly, not telling young women what it can do to their bodies. Number two, just in general, it is completely irresponsible to be handing out drugs in general to young people. I can't believe that I'm saying that, especially of a sexual nature. Like, this is something that should be handled privately within the home with parental discretion,
Oh
not
my
at an
God.
Olivia Rodrigo concert. But
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Stefan Donatellers, hi, is Ask Yourself atheist? Yes, I know he's ethnically Jewish, but what about religiously? He's atheist. Are you still friends with him? Yes. Do you agree that the most important thing in life is working out? No. Is it true that emotional intelligence is more important than IQ? I don't know what emotional intelligence really is, but it really depends on what you value. That's a normative question, so eye of the beholder. Thanks for the donation, Stefan. Dodo donated $2. Let me see.
Here is an internet tip you need to know about. Are you tired of finding an article that you want to read, but it forces you to log in? Just click on the URL before the www, then type in archive.is/ and hit enter. And click on one of these, and now I can read the article without logging in. Here is an
Oh, damn. I gotta use that. That's a nice tip. Thanks, Dodo. Scientists in Taiwan added jellyfish genes to carp fish DNA, resulting in a glow under UV light. Oh, wow, that's really pretty. Wow, that's amazing. Fox host claims Trump will win Latino voters because he sells tacos.
Word actually too, Judge. Taco bowls. Donald Trump sells taco bowls. They're the greatest taco bowls you've ever eaten. I've tried them. They're delicious. Does Joe Biden sell taco bowls? No. His family thinks Mexican Americans are tacos, but if you read between the lines about what that statement said, he said, Trump hates you and you like me because I'm Irish. I mean, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Word actually.
Dude, Fox News is so ridiculously racist. You'd think it's a parody. Larson leaked Donatello's direct hit incident. Let me see.
No.
They got him. Thanks for the donation, Larson Lake.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do another quick day of eating. What I've been doing for liver detox, just show you guys what the meal is, talk about it for a few minutes, and then we'll move on to the next meal. Pretty much the same overall, same blueprint, but there are a few subtle changes with the supplements. The lunch we're doing today is gonna be different, and I'm focusing on a few separate things as well. So you guys saw the oatmeal we did in Saturday's recipe video. The main difference here is that I've been adding either collagen powder or we've been using the liver detox smoothie to add some protein to the oatmeal, just because it's a lot easier and more convenient than me having to cook like some sausage on the side, and I really can't stomach meat that well in the morning. So this is what we've been doing lately. Just
Grey Knight Donate Tellers, how do you like LA Noire so far? I've only played a little bit of the game, but so far it seems pretty cool. I only played the first little introductory part, but it seems like a neat game. Kind of reminds me of Alan Wake with the way the evidence board works, but I like it so far. Thanks for the donation, Grey Knight.
a nice bowl of oatmeal. And from a liver detox perspective, you need to give your body several main things. One is soluble fiber to soak some toxic bile and promote the excretion of the toxic bile. One is starch, carbohydrates, that also soaks the bile, gives the gut bacteria something to eat. The body uses a lot of amino acids to detox, so we have that in the collagen. And then the body also uses glucose, sugar, and fructose to detox, all very important, which we have here in the oatmeal as we added some organic sugar. So it's basically...
Empty Cages, Donate Tellers, Nick Nutrivore is getting back into content creation and looking for debates. If you know anyone, would be sick to see him wreck Destiny on veganism. I can message Destiny and ask if he'd be down. I think he's not particularly interested, but he might do it if it's somebody else. But that's cool. Thanks for the donation, Empty Cages.
One of the most perfect foods you can have for liver detox. Then we just have some apples here, which are higher volume, which means that per calorie there's a pretty significant water content. So that's great for gut motility because you're putting bulk in your stomach, and you want to keep the gut motility high just to keep toxins moving out. You don't want it to be stagnant, you don't want to be constipated, you don't want any of that. So apple's perfect for that, and you're also giving your body a little more glucose, a little more fructose in the sugars in different forms. We're going to have a few tablespoons of water kefir grains with the meal to prevent candida, help digest and break down the carbohydrates. That's very significant. Water, wine.
So probiotics do not break down candida. That's not what they do.
We have some Gerolsteiner, so I've been trying to increase my calcium intake lately. I made the oats with Gerolsteiner, so there's a decent calcium content in there. And
you're not going to get a significant amount of calcium from drinking water.
And that's because as I've been fixing the copper toxicity with a lot of zinc, with a lot of magnesium, those two minerals specifically are antagonistic to calcium. So I deplete my calcium stores very quickly doing the copper detox protocol, so I have to start including...
This is just so fucking retarded. Like, the amount of supplements this guy takes, and he keeps thinking they're antagonistic to one another when they're not.
Including more calcium, in this case in the form of the Gerolsteiner in the diet. Supplement-wise, we're taking 1 zinc, 1 molybdenum, some vitamin B1, and some mastic capsules with every single meal.
Oh my
so I'll
God.
have these at the beginning of the meal. What that basically does is prevents the copper in the meal from being absorbed and gives me a little zinc and molybdenum to keep things balanced out. And then at the end of the meal, I'll have a little more mastic powder and some charcoal to...
Why is he taking masticum capsules and then just eats masticum powder later? Like, what?
It's just
so
retarded.
retarded.
The mastic is when your liver function is impaired, like mine is, when you have a lot of...
He doesn't have impaired liver function. He got a liver enzyme test like a couple weeks ago, and it was normal.
Toxins and copper and stuff coming out, and all that toxic bile, it promotes bacteria overgrowth, especially H. pylori, and it can be difficult for the gut to heal. Basically, the liver isn't performing its digestive capabilities, so the bacteria and the yeast and the fungus in your stomach is kind of working overtime to break down the food. So doing these subtle things like the probiotics and the Masticum help me feel better and help keep that stuff at bay. So yeah, a few pretty significant changes. Still working towards something I feel good doing in the morning. But I guess the main thing that I notice a huge difference if I don't do it is taking the glandular. So I take a little male virility, a little bit of the big brain. And
those stupid desiccated glands that he sells, they're just garbage. They don't do anything.
And then some of the adrenal powder. What I'll do is I'll eat my breakfast, I'll do some work on the computer for like 20 minutes, and then I'll come and I'll take those glandulars before I go to work. That's why.
Dude, it's so funny. He always complains about being so fucking tired, having no energy, being exhausted all the time, like, and then he's like, oh yeah, these glandulars, taking adrenal glands gives me so much more energy.
Usually do. So if you guys want to try this yourself, we got all the ingredients on FrankieSv3rigefoods.com. The liver detox smoothie, which is very convenient to add to the oatmeal, is on OrganSupplements.com. All the supplements are on there too, guys. The B1, Mastic.
In order to grant human rights to animals, do you think there has to be something to gain for the government or the economy in order to grant those rights? For example, they would have to work or be consumers or serve in the military or own property.
Well, there was technically nothing really to gain from freeing slaves. That was entirely done just through, for moral reasons. There wasn't really anything to gain by granting women rights. There wasn't really anything to gain for, like, granting gay people marriage rights. Like, there's a lot of rights that people, have gotten over the years that doesn't really give the, ruling class or the, superior class anything. It's just, a moral decision that we've made. So, no, I don't see that as something being necessary for there to be a good enough incentive for animals to be granted rights. Thanks for the donation, Ed Enigma.
We got molybdenum in this low dosage and zinc complex. No one else is selling these supplements online. I can guarantee you that from a formulation
they are
perspective and a quality perspective, as well as affordability. So you guys want to help support.
His supplements are extremely expensive, especially when you consider they're very, very low dose. They're very expensive. Larson Leak donated $2. Let me take a look.
For like a video? No. Wait, just try it.
Bitch!
Holy shit!
People probably shouldn't be doing this.
Dude's
like,
freaking
I know
out.
he's retarded.
Holy
but...
shit! Hey, someone get security. This guy's freaking out. So, hey, this guy's freaking out. Someone get security. He's knocking shit over. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, back up. What the fuck are you talking about? You read. This guy, you better back. This fucking.
Yeah, like, Daniel Larson probably deserves this, but he, I don't really agree with doing stuff like that to him. Alright, here you go. It's being chronicled.
So guys, I'm getting a haircut here. Just, hey, slow down there, slow down. Boy, I look nice today. What do you think about my new haircut? Hey, old granny, I finally got my haircut done. Uh-oh.
It was right here. They took it.
Alright, well that's him getting a haircut.
You are retarded.
Wow, that's rude.
Okay, I don't care. Freedom of speech.
That is true.
You are retarded.
Wow, that's rude.
Okay, I don't care. Freedom of speech.
That is true.
Alright, well, it is true, he is retarded. Daniel sighting. He should not be allowed inside anywhere. What the fuck? Daniel Larson benchmax? I'm assuming he could do the bar. Thanks for the donation, Larson Leak.
You can check those out before I end up tied up in Moscow in some Russian princess's dungeon.
Here we go. I'm not gay, as
More and more
always.
likely day by day. But before I start rambling on and complaining, I will see you guys for lunch. All right, I am back from work to have our peasant meal. You guys are joking some months ago about how I'm eating like gruel and slop like a medieval peasant. Like I have a bowl of oats for breakfast. I have a bowl of barley soup for lunch. Difference is the peasant would not have had high quality grass-fed collagen protein sources in their oatmeal, as well as a very high quality beef stock concentrate collagen bone broth that they use to make their beef barley stew. So, instead of being a peasant, starving half to death, eating bread and grains, I am a half grass-fed peasant getting plenty of high quality animal protein. So we got the B vitamins, we got the animal nutrition. Now this barley soup that I made at home is pretty much the same as the one we have on Frankie's Strange Meat. I just use less meat for myself, just beef, barley, wine, onions. I didn't have the seasonings and flavorings, but there's like some thyme, some mushroom, a little bit of garlic. The one on Frankie's Strange Meat tastes better. It's just I make this for myself because I don't want as much protein in it. But as in like meat protein, there's a ton of protein from the collagen broth in here. But either way, it's a balance of carbs, protein, starch, fiber, and it tastes pretty good. And it's also calorically dense to give me energy. So that's what we're going to be having. A few bowls of this. Pretty plain, pretty tasty though. I'll have some more of the high calcium water. We'll have maybe 2 tablespoons of water, kefir grains, and same supplements that we had for breakfast. So we're going to have mastic gum, B1, molybdenum, zinc. Same Honeycrisp apple for dessert. I mean, the meal's kind of identical to breakfast. Well, literally identical to breakfast, except we just swapped a bowl of oats for a bowl of
How does he
stew.
keep making the same video over and over again?
Onions are for flavor.
Okay, that's good. You're eating
come back
soup. Congratulations.
All right, a little crooked, just like my liver. Oh my god. Deja vu. How many more times do I have to eat this giant bowl of pasta until my liver's fixed? You think a few hundred more times will fix everything? Who knows? But we are finally eating dinner at a reasonable time because I have to get up early tomorrow, so we'll see how well I sleep. But you guys know what this is. Same meal actually as the last day of eating. A big bowl of udon noodles. What we've put on it has varied to some degree. We always have the white bean puree, which is just white beans with the artichoke spread, the organic artichokes we have on Frankie's Strange Foods.
Larson Leak donated $2.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you today a man who I have loved and respected my entire life.
This is Daniel Larson. I am proud to announce that I will be running in the 2024 presidential election as an independent.
This is Daniel Larson for President 2024.
It is my pleasure.
Yeah, he says that like every year. The funniest video I've seen of him was the one where he said he was gonna have the Hollywood sex party. That was the funniest one so far. Thanks for the donation, Larson Leak.
And then the protein source, I usually switch up a lot. Like I used to do ground beef. Lately we have in this the Iberico ham, so I'll take just maybe like 1 ounce of Iberico ham, dice it up small, saute it in the pan, put a few tablespoons of collagen broth in there, and then I'll combine everything. So I'll take, 4 or 5 tablespoons of white bean puree, the caramelized ham with collagen broth, and then when the noodles are cooked, the starchy water, and all of that together makes kind of like carbonara almost, that's healthy that I can eat for my liver detox. So decent amount of calories. I feel good eating this for the most part every night, and it's what we've been doing
I feel like he's eating less meat than before.
for a while. So pretty similar nutritional profile for every meal. We have a lot of easily digestible collagen protein. We have a small amount of actual animal protein. We have a lot of starch and a decent amount of fiber. So you guys can see the consistencies with the meal we're giving our body. everything it needs from a nutritional perspective, and then as much as possible to keep the liver detoxing. So before bed here, I'm actually just going to take some mastic gum and some vitamin D for bed, because the liver does have to process them, and it's a little stressful. So even like the small amount of zinc and molybdenum, I'll take a break from it tonight, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow morning. And then we have our, as usual, Honeycrisp apple for dessert, water kefir, grains. I'll do a little less this meal, usually like 1 tablespoon, because it is an active probiotic. It can be a little high in histamine, so sometimes you can have a hard time sleeping if you take too much of it. And same thing, mastic gum powder with charcoal at the end of the meal. That's going to...
So that's, what, 6 supplements for every fucking meal?
Soak all the bile coming out. And the order that we do this is I'll have the kefir grains at the beginning, I'll take a few bites of food, I'll have the supplements, then we'll eat everything, and then the mastic and the charcoal will be at the end.
Yes, stupid, you fucking did this with the last 2 meals.
But that's it for today. Thank you guys for joining me. Doing my shirt, Wi-Fi shielding. Shares available on the Meal website if you guys want to try the notification bell. And
Oh my god, well that's Frank. He's more boring than fucking ever. Holy shit. No new shorts, unfortunately. Alright, that'll be it for tonight. James was, or aka Sam, was generous enough to pay me to end the stream early, so I'm gonna go sleepy nighty-night now. I am tired as fuck. It's gonna be cold as shit tomorrow, so when I get up I might do a morning stream, and then I'll do a normal, stream at night like I usually do. So whatever the case is, I should see you guys tomorrow at around the usual time, and I might do a stream in the morning. Maybe. We'll see. No guarantees, but I will be streaming tomorrow night, usual time, so we'll see you all then. Make sure to check out James Aspie's channel. I just did a really long 3-hour interview with him, so if you guys want to take a look at that, there's the link in the chat. Talk about a lot of vegan stuff, but big thanks to everybody who donated in Streamlabs, really appreciate it. Sweet dreams.